Today we paid a visit to a place called Lexington Container Company. This is located just south of Lexington, Kentucky. And for those of you who are within driving distance of that location, I'm going to talk a little bit about what we found there. The place has been in business for several years, selling various containers, but only recently have they started to carry preparedness supplies. The owner of the place is a prepper himself, so he has a little bit of insight into what kind of things we want. The things that you see is only a very, very tiny fraction of what they have to offer. And the owner tells me that they're going to be broadening their selection by quite a bit. So, for example, currently they only carry 5-gallon Mylar bags, but they are going to begin carrying 1-gallon and 3-gallon Mylar bags. There are several pumps that they have recently tested that they have decided that they are going to start to carry. Different types of pumps, all manual, none are electrical or gasoline powered. So I'm going to show you now some of the things that we bought there today. These are some buckets that we bought there. They have dozens of different types of buckets ranging from half-gallon all the way up to 15-gallon. These of course are 5-gallon buckets. They are food grade. They're not labeled for a food product, but they are food grade and they've never been used. They're brand new buckets. They were an overrun from the factory. And because of that, we actually got a discounted price. We paid used price for them because of the fact that they were a factory overrun and they were not labeled as a food bucket. But they do have the number 2 HDPE on the bottom of them. These were $3.50 each for a bucket and lid. If you wanted to buy those separately, you can do so. They will sell the lids for $1.50. I think that's correct. $1.50 for the lid and $2 for the bucket. Or it may be $2.50 for the bucket and $1 for the lid. I'm not sure about that. But I do know it was $3.50 for a bucket and a lid. We bought oxygen absorbers as well. These are 50 quantity of 500 cc oxygen absorbers, and they were $12 for this package. This was 10 quantity of 2,000 cc oxygen absorbers, and it was $8 for the package. They also sell desiccant. I don't remember the price on that, but they do sell them in little packets. I bought a few packets of those a few days ago to put inside my ammo can. And we also bought today a barrel tap to use for our water barrels. We can just screw this into the barrel, turn it on its side, and we kind of have a little faucet to get the water out of the barrel. We also bought 2 Gamma Seal lids. I bought one green one and one black one. They had many more colors, but we only wanted 2 today. These are, for those of you who are not familiar, this snaps onto the bucket like so, and then you have a sealed screw-on lid. It has a rubber gasket around it, so you get an airtight and a watertight seal. These were $7 each. And I think they also had blue, red, and yellow colors. We bought some Mylar bags. These are the typical 5-gallon Mylar bags. They were $2 each. You buy however many you want. They also have a slightly, it's still a 5-gallon size, but it's a couple of inches shorter and a couple of inches narrower Mylar bag with a Ziploc top on it for $2.50. And then they have one that's substantially larger that's with a Ziploc top on it, and it's also thicker Mylar for $3.50. That was actually the best price I found. $2 per bag is the best price I found for Mylar bags. This is a stackable 4-gallon jug. It has a handle on it. And don't really care much for the lid. The lid actually, if you put it on there very tight, you really need a barrel bung tool to get the cap off. These jugs were $3 each. I really liked the fact that they were stackable. You don't see a lot of stackable jugs. Now these These are used. They are food grade, and what they had in them was, I think, an orange soft drink syrup. And even though they've been washed, sanitized, and triple rinsed, they still have a very strong orange smell in it. What we did with them is we put some bleach and water inside of it, shook it up, and let it sit for a day, and then emptied it, rinsed it out really well, and that took care of that smell. These are $3 each. They have a 5-gallon jug that's a little taller than this one. It also will stack, and they are $4 each. What we bought these for is we bought 2 a couple of days ago, and then we went back today and bought 3 more. We're going to use 1 for sugar, 1 for salt, 2 for molasses, and 1 so we can take 4 gallons of water from the barrel at a time and have it in an easier to dispense thing. I'm thinking really hard about going back and getting some more of these to store more of everything in. More molasses, more sugar, more salt, and more water. This 15-gallon drum, we pay $10 each for these, and if we'd bought more than 10, we could have gotten them for $8 each. Again, these have had a soft drink syrup in them. We're going to need to soak them in bleach. They are food grade. They've been sanitized, they've been washed, they've been triple rinsed, but obviously Dr. Pepper was what was inside it, because it still has a very distinctive Dr. Pepper smell inside. I plan to use these to store additional water because of the fact that a 55-gallon drum, if you need to move that drum, is going to be very heavy, and we're just going to use some of these to supplement our 55-gallon drums with these 15-gallon drums. The top of it, it only has the 1 screw-on cap. It doesn't have the 2. However, the 1 has the indentation there, so you could actually cut this out and screw the faucet into it. So the faucet is compatible with this, and that was what we had in our mind, was to just tip this thing on its side. 15 gallons isn't too heavy to do that. It does have a handle on it, and tip it on its side and get the water out easily. Something else that crossed my mind with this that I'm going to look into is possibly storing kerosene in these. I don't think they would be approved for gasoline, but I don't think kerosene would be an issue. So we're thinking of going back and getting some more to fill with kerosene, get one of those barrel faucets, turn it on its side, and we've got an easy way to dispense our stored kerosene. They have ammo cans of just about every size you can imagine, and most of them are in near mint condition. Now these are some that I picked up that were less than mint, but they're still serviceable. I can't tell you the price on the ones that are in great condition, but the ones that have little small things wrong with them, this one, the paint is scratched off of it. The damaged ones like that, they charge $5 each regardless of size. This one has the paint scratched off. The seals, I checked the seals are good in all of them. This one has a lot of writing and permanent marker on. This one, someone has spray painted the side of it and written on it what was inside. And this one has a ding in the side of it. So nothing there to make them unserviceable. Just a way to save a few bucks, because obviously if they don't discount these, when people come in to buy one, they're going to pick the ones that are best and leave these behind, and these will never get sold. Even though there's no reason you can't use them, no one's going to take the damaged one at full price. So they just discount them at $5 each and move them out fast that way. So I picked up these 4 today. I'm going to put in the description section a link to their website where you'll be able to get their phone number and their address if you're interested in doing business with them. The company hasn't paid me or asked me to do this. I did let them know I was going to, but there was nothing on their part to try to get me to say anything good about them. Take it for what it is. You may be able to, if you're within driving distance of Lexington, Kentucky, you may be able to find something there that you haven't found elsewhere. Their website has a lot of photographs as well as prices of the things that they have. So take a look at it. Thanks for watching.